Before heading to the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest update notification. If you like the video, do like, comment and share. Stay tuned with learnbay.co. Happy learning!
So interquartile range actually represents the middle half of your data. What it does, it tries to exclude the impact of the extreme points in your data, and then it tries to take the middle 50% of the data to calculate that variability. How do you do that? Can you see the graph here? This is a normal distribution, right? What's happening? I guess some values, we have random values 0, 250, 570. So how do you calculate interquartile range? What you do first, you sort your data in the ascending order. Okay, then you find the central value, which is in this case 500. Now central value is doing what? Dividing your data into 50%, 50% to the left and right. Within that two group, you again finding the central values. Okay, so central value of the group to the right side of your right group is called that's called Q3 or quartile 3, or also you can call them 75th percentile. Okay, and the central value of the first group, which is left to your median, that's called 25th percentile, or also called Q1, quarter 1. Okay, so you can imagine the whole data, you could see the data distribution, how it's happening across this line. I'll tell what are these lines. This represents your center, this is Q3, this is Q1, this is your minimum value, and that is your maximum value. So what's happening? First, you are dividing your data into 4 equal groups with 20%, almost 20%, 25%, 25%, 25% points. Okay, and then what you do, you take the difference of Q3 minus Q1, that represents your interquartile range. Okay, you can clearly visualize from this graph also while calculating. So while calculating the IQR, you are just taking this much data, this portion. You have already excluded the extreme values, if there are any extreme values. Here also, to the right side also and to the left side also of the distribution. You are just focusing on the central values, which are almost certainly will be in the center and are not impacted much by your outliers, because you have already excluded them.
Which means by this we are trying to say that wherever the maximum data distribution is there, that we are considering.
Yes. And also these values are the
But one doubt, how, before coming to this step, won't we be clearing your outliers?
Okay. Why you are sorting the data and then you are dividing it. Even if your outliers are there, let's say to the left side or right side, that will be included in the fourth group, right? Which will be anyways already excluded. You are not including this portion, and you are not including even this portion.
No, what if before this step only, if we remove outliers, then the distribution in the Q4 side, it will be very less, or there won't be any Q4 only?
No, it depends how many points are there as your outliers, how many points you are defining
Achha.
at outliers, right? And if you see these points, these are just central points,
Yeah, median it is. Okay.
median, right? Median of the groups. So it's okay if outliers are there, right? It's all positional values you are picking out.
Okay. Okay.
So you can imagine this almost like if you have to compare with one parameter from your central tendency, that's mode, right? Mode almost works similarly. This is a sorry, median, right? So median also you could see what's happening. That's a central value. So similar to central, your mode, which is a good when in case of no outliers, whenever you have, that's a better measure of central tendency. Similar to that, IQR or interquartile range forms the robust measure of variability, okay, in presence of outliers or in case of a skewed data. Okay, any question here?
Any example for this where we can use this approach?
As I said, if you have a skewed data, in that case, IQR will be the better measure of variability.
IQR means interquartile, you are saying.
Yes,
Oh,
interquartile range.
okay,
So
okay.
which is
Yes, yes.
nothing, difference of 750 minus 250.
Yeah, yeah. Q3 minus Q1.
Yeah. If you want me to be specific, there is no, I think you can relate it, right? Well, you can go through the distribution of your data, any data, you just plot it, see what is its range, and then you can decide whether you want IQR or you want to take range as a measure of variability.